Very often, we think we're waiting for an answer. We wait for someone to give us a clear response, wait for something to reach a final result, wait for life to suddenly light up the road ahead, or wait for one morning when we wake up and all the confusion inside us has magically become clear. But later, we slowly realize that many of life's most important answers are not handed to us directly. They grow little by little while we search, try, adjust, and keep moving. The search for the answer is the answer itself, because in that process, you begin to see what you truly want, what does not suit you, which attachments should be released, and how capable you are of turning a vague path into a clearer direction. Many answers do not appear at the beginning. One of the most anxious parts of life is that we always want to see everything clearly from the beginning. When we begin a relationship, we want to know whether it will have a future. When we choose a job, we want to know whether we will regret it later. When we enter a new stage, we want to know whether this path is truly right. We hope to receive a guarantee before we set out, preferably with every step arranged and every choice already answered. But reality does not work that way. Many things only reveal their answers after you enter them. You cannot know whether a person suits you without truly spending time with them. You cannot know whether you have the ability without truly trying. You cannot know where a path will lead until you actually walk it. Having no answer at the beginning does not mean you choose wrong, nor does it mean your life is out of control. It only means you are still on the road. Many answers are not thought out while standing still. They are slowly shown to you as you move forward. So, do not rush to deny yourself just because things are unclear for now. Confusion is not failure. It is a stage before the answer has grown. Very often, when we say we want an answer, what we really want is certainty. You want to know whether someone truly loves you because you no longer want to keep guessing. You want to know whether a path is right because you are afraid of wasting time. You want to know whether the future will get better because you are too tired right now and need something to hold on to. It is normal for people to crave certainty. Uncertainty is exhausting. It disturbs sleep, scatters attention, and makes the heart feel as if it is carrying a stone. But the problem is that many things in life do not have immediate answers. The more you force yourself to reach a conclusion right now, the more easily you fall into deeper anxiety. A more mature way is not to force life to give a complete answer immediately, but to learn to steady yourself inside uncertainty first. You may not know how things will end, but you know what you can do today. You may not see the future clearly yet, but you know what will make you better. You may not have absolute confidence, but you will willing to take one step first. When you stop obsessing over immediate certainty, real confidence begins to grow. You realize that answers do not always appear before action. Very often, action slowly brings the answer out. The most valuable part of searching for an answer is not always the conclusions you reach. It is that during the search, you finally begin to know yourself. You may discover that what you cared about was not that person, but the feeling of being firmly chosen. You may realize that what frightened you was not changing paths, but doubting whether you had the ability to begin again. You may see that what you could not let go of was not necessarily love, but a sense of identity that relationship once gave you. Many people think the answer is with someone else, is in the result, or in a certain future. But as you keep searching, you may realize that the question that truly needs answering has always been inside you. What do I really want? Why am I so afraid of losing? Why do I keep getting hurt by similar people and situations? Have I been using other people's choices to define my worth? These questions are not easy to answer, but they matter. Every honest confrontation with yourself is a movement inward. The more clearly you see yourself, the less easily you are carried away by the outside world. The more you understand your needs, fears, and boundaries, the more you can make choices that truly belong to you. Many answers are not meant to tell you what others are like. They are meant to help you finally see yourself. Trial and error is not a detour. It is part of the answer. Many people fear trial and error because they believe that choosing wrong means wasting time. But in life, there are things you will never know unless you try. Without entering a relationship, you may not know what kind of love you need. Without doing a job, you may not know what kind of rhythm suits you. Without truly starting a plan, you may not know whether you lack ability, method, or patience. Trial and error is not necessarily failure. It is the way you come into contact with reality. What you once imagined in your mind gets tested, corrected, and filtered through real experiences. What you thought you liked may not actually suit you. What you thought you could not do may only require practice. What you thought was important may turn out to be less important after you truly experience it. Many answers grow from these seemingly indirect roads. The places you only knew were unsuitable after walking through them were not meaningless. The problems you saw clearly only after failure were not useless. They all help you narrow the range, remove the wrong options, and move closer to what truly fits you. Life does not require every step to be correct. Sometimes you need to walk through what does not fit to understand what does. Some answers are not thought through, they are lived into. One of the easiest ways to trap yourself is to sit still and keep thinking. You think about whether you should leave, whether the relationship still has a future, whether life will get better, and whether you will regret this choice. The longer you think, the messier your mind becomes and the more tired your body feels. Yet, the answer still does not appear, because some answers cannot be reached by thinking alone. They require you to live, experience, act, and exchange information with reality. It is not enough to think about whether a job suits you. You need to do it for a while to know. It is not enough to think about whether someone is worth it. You need to see how they treat you over time. It is not enough to think about whether you can become better. When you do something specific every day, your state slowly gives you the answer. Life is not a pure reasoning problem. Many things do not have standard answers. They have answers that gradually reveal themselves through experiences. The more you stay inside your mind, the easier it is to be trapped by imagination. The more you return to reaction, the more real feedback you receive. So, when you cannot think something through, you do not always need to think harder. You can do one small thing first. Leave this day well first and return yourself to life first. Many answers slowly appear after you begin moving again. A real answer is not necessarily a conclusion that suddenly arrives one day. It may be hidden in the roads you have walked, in the clarity gained from trial and error, in the moment you finally let go, and in the effort of bringing yourself back to life again and again. The answer you have been searching for may not be a sentence, it may be the person you slowly become through the search. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Yu. Follow me for more to level up your mind.